You know how the blacks, it's been said so many times that the white people want to put a noose around the black people's neck. And so anytime there's an opportunity to prove that racism doesn't exist, the blacks are going to go and put a noose out to pretend that racism does exist.
Right.
Right? So they go find some news or they create some type of situation where it looked like white people have done something to them and the white people had nothing to do with it. Like in some of the college, we have done stories on some of these colleges that put out, they put Nazi signs on the doors or whatever, and then they call up the media and say, or they go down to the administration and say, the white people that noose me or Nazi me or something like that. And they find out it was done by the blacks.
Devil talking to all of them. Fake hate crimes, so common.
Yeah.
Out of control.
Because that's human nature.
Yeah.
Human nature is evil, and it can't help but do things like that. You know what amazing?
Makes sense.
So I'm wondering if this woman, if this story is true, that this woman borrowed the news from Jesse
Smollett.
Jesse Smollett.
Yeah.
Did she borrow his news and put it on her desk? What happened?
Or maybe she got it from that one guy, that light-skinned black NASCAR race driver.
Oh, yeah, remember that guy?
Yeah, Bubba Wallace or something.
Is he still around?
I think so.
He's still driving a car?
I assume.
Race car?
Yeah, I thought he was actually supposed to be pretty good.
Putting up nooses? Or pretending nooses?
He thought he saw a noose in the garage door pull-down thing. It's like this miniature thing, and it's supposed to be like that.
Right. But these blacks are used because racism doesn't exist, so they got to create a situation so they can get a response. So I don't know if this woman did this or not, but it's been said, and apparently she's been arrested. And so I'm just wondering, did she go over to Smollett's house and get his news? This is from 6 ABC. This is evil human nature. Human beings are evil. That's why you must be born again from evil to love, to good. ABC, 6 ABC. An Allentown city employee who claims someone left a noose on her desk is accused of planting it there herself. Watch this from 6 ABC.
It was all a lie. That is according to police. An Allentown city worker claimed that she found a rope tied like a noose on her desk at work. It sparked an FBI investigation as people wondered if this was a hate crime. Now investigators say the worker staged the whole thing.
Good afternoon. And yes, a shocking turn in this case that brought protests and demand for change to Allentown. Police now saying they believe the woman that found that noose actually put it on her own desk. This item, resembling a noose, sparked outrage in Allentown when it was reportedly found on a city worker's desk in January. On Monday, police say they believe the person who found it put it there.
LaTarsha Brown was charged with tampering with or fabricating physical evidence, a misdemeanor of the 2nd degree, and false reports to law enforcement.
LaTarsha Brown, a worker in the city's Department of Community and Economic Development, reported finding the noose on January 10th. Allentown police say they reviewed surveillance video and access records, interviewed other city employees, and asked for their DNA.
Every employee agreed, except for Ms. Brown.
Isn't that amazing? Can't you hear Satan telling her right now, you know what, girl, you don't feel like going to work. They ain't got to work now. Put a noose on your desk. Put a noose on your desk. You need some attention. And then make it known so the dumb blacks can come and protest. They don't know if it's true or not, but just because you black and then you show them a noose, they're going to show up. They ain't going to show up to stop abortion. They're not going to show up to stop black-on-black crime. They're not going to show up to stop DEI. They're not going to show up to get a job, but they'll show up for a noose. Put a noose on your desk. And LaTarsha said, okay, Daddy, if this is true. What the? Police had to get a warrant for Brown DNA later A friend of Brown held a rally claiming she had faced past discrimination. Watch this from CBS Philadelphia.
Police also say Brown was initially cooperative with the investigation, but later asked it be discontinued. In late January, police say they obtained a warrant for Brown's DNA and submitted it to a state police lab for testing. 2 weeks ago, those results came back.
Ms. Brown's DNA matched the DNA profile obtained from the swabs of both the outer surface and inner knotted portion of the noose after it was taken apart.
As for the why, police aren't saying.
At this point, we're not going to discuss that.
The incident led to protests and demand for change at City Hall. Josie Lopez, a friend of Brown's who helped organize the rally, claims Brown has faced discrimination and retaliation in the past and is adamant she's innocent. In a statement, she said in part, quote, "This is not just an attack on LaTarsha. This is a warning to anyone in Allentown who dares stand up against injustice. This is a smear campaign. This is retaliation."
Amazing, huh? And the blacks out there in the cold protesting. What? What are you protesting? Now you got egg in your face. If this is true, that she put her own noose on the desk. And there's some stupid little woman out there talking about, oh, she faced discrimination before. And she called herself a community organizer. And the blacks stand out there in the cold looking just as stupid. Human beings are evil. Satan is their father, and he convinced them to do stuff like this. They convinced them to do things like this. Credibility, gone. And if it is true, she needs to be in jail. But people, you got to stop overreacting. You cannot trust human beings until and unless they work on themselves to overcome evil. Then they will be of good. But only the Spirit of truth can change that. We cannot change ourselves at all. We just need to admit that we're evil. That's what it means to admit your sin. Confess your sin. I am evil, meaning hateful. Hate, you have hate, and God will take it away. It ain't about confessing your sin that you're a drug addict or whatever else. It's confessing the sins of the heart. I am evil. I don't want to be evil. And your Father will change you. He really will. Black people, you're a mess. What's wrong with the blacks? I can't get over LaTarsha Brown, if this is true. I can see the devil telling her to put that, and he had a black noose. You might want to get a black noose, not a white one. Go all the way black. Can't you see the devil telling Natasha, put that noose on your dad? This is going to be a little attention for you. And the white people are going to run. They ain't going to believe that you put it there. And then when the police say, oh, we need to do a DNA. I ain't doing no DNA. What the? That's how the mind works. I'm telling you. Your thoughts are not your own. All thoughts are all lies all the time. Those thoughts were not thoughts that Natasha came up with. If she did this, she was influenced by evil. And she thought it was going to be an amazing thrill. It's a thrill, all right, but behind bars. Hopefully. Where is Black Lives Matter and the NAACP when you need them?